Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video is a continuation of the Fallen Order preparation series. Today we'll be reviewing the second chapter of the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order Dark Temple comic book miniseries. And if you missed the first video, there will be a link down below, so feel free to click on that. And last time I read the introduction to the chapter, but I think it might have been a bit too long, so here it is. Feel free to just pause the video if you prefer to read through it. That's totally fine. Now let's go ahead and proceed here. So the issue continues where the last one left off with the Inquisitor. Her actual name is the Second Sister, fighting the unnamed blue lightsaber wielder. That old lady was no match for the Inquisitor, and we also found out that she's not a Jedi either, but under pressure, that not-Jedi reveals that she got a hold of a lightsaber in the temple on Onthatho, and then the Second Sister kills her anyway. The series part of the story begins with her in the prison cell. Her lightsaber was on the small table just outside the cell. Ciri promptly busted herself out, scaring the droid named and Thrilo that watched over her. An armed crew of people came in, and Ciri assumed her battle stance ready to fight them. And after some arguing, they convinced her that they actually wanted her safe by showing her that the cell door wasn't even locked. The leader of the crew is a native Filari woman called Nirali. And once outside, the view of Filar is unfolded to us. And though Dilanto Da described Filar as an independent nation in the last issue, the place looks decidedly run down. Like the buildings look kind of old, a little decrepit there and tattered. And Nirali assured Ciri that they are a peaceful people. And soon after, she lets Ciri know that Eno died in the explosion. Or rather, the droid and Thrilo tells her that because Nirali couldn't. Then Nirali tells Ciri that there are multiple factions that seek to undermine the Filari and to blame them for that aggression that happened. And we're soon shown that the reason for it is that temple deep in the Filar forest. And even though it's described as beautiful in the comic, it doesn't look like much, to be honest. Nirali also confirmed that the temple was not built by the Filari, but they have been protecting it as long as their recorded history tells them. We also find out that Nirali and her teammates killed some of the people who attacked Ciri's caravan, and that one of them was wearing a Da uniform. Ciri then decides that she needs to contact the Jedi Council, but Filar doesn't actually have any means of galactic communication, so Ciri needs to go to the Onthatho city, into the Parliament building, where she also hopes to convince the government that the Da Corporation is dangerous. Now, of course, Thrilo follows Ciri to the city for some unknown reason. The annoying comic relief droid seems to be a necessity for this type of story, and this droid shows up literally everywhere. Anyway, so Ciri finds a very convenient vent that conveniently leads straight to the Parliament room, conveniently right at the time when Dilanto is explaining to the government leaders that the Filari are to blame for the attack. Then Ciri jumps in, accuses Da, and gets everyone angry enough that they call security forces to detain her. Not surprisingly perhaps from what we know about Ciri's temper. However, she does end up getting out of there alive. Back in Filar, we see Nirali and Maru, one of her crew members, come to a decision that even though what happened to the Jedi was not really their fight, they will protect Filar at all costs. And right at the end of their conversation, Ciri shows up offering her help to their people. That's the end of the issue. As a conclusion, I think it was a pretty decent issue. We get the feel of the sort of political situation that's happening on Onthatho. We also get a good glimpse of the potential play that both the Filari and the Da Corp are making. Though I can't tell with certainty yet, it seems that Ciri believes the Filari too easily, and she might be played by one or both sides. On the negative side, as you heard me, there's too many convenient pieces just kind of falling together to advance the plot of the story, and that makes for a worse quality narrative. So, have you read this comic? What did you think of it? Let us know your thoughts on this video in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this video, and thanks for tuning in.